EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 70, Timberwolves.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a toss right to Barkley. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working.
Ready,
couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Daniels looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Richardson back to throw it. A ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
boy, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
Now Richardson. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Mustang 19. 19. Tiger 9.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Back. Let's go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 33 yards that time. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake, got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd and 2. Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Ready, set. Ready. Let's go.
Richardson looking to throw. Got his man. It's Warren. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
A give for Taylor running right side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Ready. Let's go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that will be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Crack 80. Ready.
Now it's Richardson. Oh, that's in the double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Now 2nd and 3. And the tight end goes in motion left. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here's Daniels. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
They snapped the ball backed up inside their own 10. Now they're backed up even further, and they can thank their coverage for that. They called a zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
Now Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Okay, break.
To throw is Daniels. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. 6.
To the air goes Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. To the right side, he's got Vele. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle with Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
On the jump. Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Ready, set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Got it. Ready? Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. This 2nd and 4.
18 Rodgers. Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Mustang 19. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's another one complete to Mitchell. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Richardson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Ready? 70 line. Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught. Mitchell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third.
Come on. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Back to throw. Richardson. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's go now. 19, go.
To throw again on second down. Richardson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
70 Lions. 19 Lions. Let go.
Yeah, Richardson yet again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here we go. Stop. Cowboy.
And Richardson back to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back.
Well, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Daniels looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Washington.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's late. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second and 6.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
Ready. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Ooh, the juke. And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. all square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. This one finds Pierce on the out route. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Let's go. 76.
Now Sanders. And this one's incomplete.
Intended for number 16. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Ready, set.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 Lions. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Sanders to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. 60 by 6.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Come on. Set. 60 by 6. Go.
Throwing, Sanders. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
On the ready.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Viking 18. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gutierrez. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Cowboy 80.
To throw now, here's Sanders. He'll check this down to Giddens out of the backfield. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Okay,
a field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Ready.
Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 6 yards away. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Colts 21, Commanders 14.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And it's Tommy Adebawore, the one who got in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Ready.
They go play action. Mariota. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Mariota now. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Got it. Ready.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check the Eagles.
Here's Sanders. That one finds Pierce right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Set.
Mariota. Finding Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now Mariota. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
50, green, steel, black.
Here's Mariota. And that's caught by Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
At the 48-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Down. Red, 38. Hut.
Mariota. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here we go.
To throw, Mariota. Got an open man. It's Washington. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Black 40. Ready.
Here's Mariota. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ready.
On the ground, DJ Giddens. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
19 Lions. Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19.
To throw is Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.